All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Muscle Discord, Monday night bodybuilding live. Guys, welcome to the show again. Every Monday, you know we do this 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. There is Phil popping on. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on?
Good, good. We're live. We're good. Right on
Let's
time.
get
Perfect.
rocking, man. Yeah.
All right. Well, we got lots to talk about. They got the Arnold Classic UK coming up. And it's not as big of a show as we would have liked to have, with Nick not being in it, Hadi Choopan not being in it, Mo pulling out last minute. So it's unfortunate, but we'll get into the predictions. There's some other updates too, Phil, that we'll go over as well. That's outside of the Arnold stuff. But let's first talk about who's not doing the Arnold. And I made a video today, and I was not happy. I was not happy with what's happening in some of these big shows that's going on. And so let's talk about Mr. Nick Walker here. Let's go to Nick Walker. He looks fantastic, shredded, great shape. Would have loved to see this on the stage instead of in his house. So that's bodybuilders don't compete in their basements. They're supposed to be on the big stage. That's what you work so hard to become a pro for, is to go and compete in the biggest shows in the world. And we got more and more of these guys. Tonio, Burton's another one that like to skip. Now, I understand why Tonio didn't do the Arnold, Ohio. So that's completely understandable. But he skipped out on the Olympia last time too. So I'm seeing more and more of these younger generation bodybuilders skip these big shows. And I don't know if they're like perfectionists and they feel like, well, if they don't get it perfect or they don't get the result they want, they shut it down and we're like, oh, okay, I'm done. I didn't win. So if I don't win, it's win or nothing for me. And they don't go and do the next big show. Back in the day, you had top guys, Chris Cormier, Kevin Leverone, Sean. These guys were getting second in these shows, but they didn't stop. Lee Priest, he wasn't winning every show he did, but they kept competing. That was just the fun of it. That was your career. You're a pro now. You compete. That's your job. Doing these one show, qualify and shut it down for the rest of the year seems to be the trend now. One show, we get to see these guys once out of the entire calendar year, and the next time we see them is at the Olympia. And then, Phil, we wonder why when these guys get on stage, they don't know how to pose. They don't know how to present themselves. They look stale and stiff. As opposed to the guys in the late 90s and early 2000s, they had good routines. They could move. They were confident because they competed a lot. And so I'm going to do a little rant here. But first off, Nick Walker skipping out on the Detroit Pro Show, which was an easy qualification. 1 week after the Arnold, Ohio. Just needed to stay on his diet. Didn't need to come in 100%. Could have backed down a little bit and just came in and show whatever, 80% and won it. Got a good paycheck, $25,000. And the rest is history. Could have took a break, went on his vacation, shut it down, knows he's headed into the Olympia like all the rest of the top dogs going into the show. No, not anymore. He's not doing the Pittsburgh in May. He's not doing the New York Pro in May. So he's going to have to do a show in June, July, or August, closer to the Olympia. Do you think maybe you're completely the opposite of me on this, but do you think it's a good idea for Nick Walker, big frame, he's big dude, he's got to do a lot of things to keep that size, to hold it even longer now, diet even longer, and do a show closer to the Olympia versus he could have just got a super easy win at the Detroit Pro Show and then shut it down? What's your thoughts on that, Phil?
Honestly, I mean, these bodybuilders, I mean, it's, I don't know what's going on in their lives, so it's very hard for me to say what they should do and shouldn't do. Granted, yes, as a fan, we would love to have seen Nick compete, but I don't think Nick is an easy show type of guy either. I don't think he's just going to jump in a show just because it's easy, just to qualify the Olympia. If he's doing a later show, the only thing I could think that he's going to do is, which is not normally an easy show, would be, probably the either New York, Tampa, or Texas. And from the past we've seen, neither one of those shows are actually easy. But listen, I don't know what's Nick Walker's thought. It's easy. It's always easy for, you know, someone like us to say, you know, they should jump in this show and just, they could have won it. It's easy money, so on. But I don't know what's physically going on in their lives. We're in a different time now. I mean, back in the 80s and the 90s, you know, it's a little bit different in a lot of different ways, not just, you know, level of quality of bodybuilders, but level of quality of PDs and all that was much less. So it gave them the opportunity health-wise to continue to do these shows. But remember, they didn't have as many shows as we have now. So they, you know, and they had sponsors that basically they had to compete to continue to have those sponsors. So I think it's just different. It's just a different era, and things are just a little bit different where they had to really work and the money wasn't there like it is now. That's the disappointment now with the pros, is it's so much money now that, you know, I mean, they can, you know, do a couple shows and accumulate quite a good purse within the shows. But like I said, once again, Tonio, I already understand his situation, why he didn't compete. I understand why he did not do the Olympia the year prior, even though we wanted him to, but he did come back and still did very well in the Olympia. So him not doing the Olympia the year before actually did benefit him in a much more tougher Olympia than he was originally in when he placed well. So he's a different story. Nick, I would have loved to see him in, you know, in some of these earlier shows, even this one, the Arnold UK. But I know that you did make a statement a little bit ago stating that he doesn't like to fly. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was Nick's case. And then when I thought about it, he hasn't really traveled to or flew into any of those, you know, out of the United States. So probably has a fear of flying. I know, you know, about a decade and a half ago, I had a fear of flying. I didn't like, you know, when I first moved here, I didn't even want to fly to Florida. So
it could be, you know, it could be that, right? But he never says, I don't want to go to the UK. I don't want to go to Europe because I'm afraid of flying. He just says, I want to take a break. I want to go on vacation. So if that's what you're telling me, I'm going to use that in when I talk about you as to why you're not competing, because you want to take a break. If I would be like, man, you're afraid of flying? Okay, man, totally understand. Like, now I understand why you don't want to go to UK and go to FIBO and meet all your fans over there and stuff, because you're super popular, man. These people want to see you over there. Why won't you go over there and have fun, right? You get paid, flight over there, first class, business class, nice trip, paid. Go do it. Go have fun. Go live the life of a pro bodybuilder. But he doesn't do it. He never goes. So maybe it's these fear of flights. Someone said it's because his varicose veins or whatever. I don't know if that's true, if that's actually
I don't think that has anything to do with
limit your flying. But so maybe it's fear of flying and he doesn't want to admit to it. But I've heard this rumor before. And you know, he drives from Jersey to Ohio. He doesn't fly, right? So anything he can do not to fly, he doesn't fly. So I don't know, maybe that's it. But I'm a fan of bodybuilding. I want to see these guys battle in the big shows. I understand you made a good point about Detroit. Well, it's not a big show. It's not, you know, you don't got heavy hitters up in there. He wants a challenge. Yeah, I think maybe that could be part of it, or it just he doesn't care and he wanted to take a break now, and he feels that he will compete later in the year, closer to the Olympia, and qualify and do the Olympia. But I just
you got to look at it too. He won the New York Pro twice. I think he's going to do it again and go for a three-peat. That's just what I believe.
Yeah. Well, he said he's not doing it. He said on his stories, I'm not doing a Pittsburgh. I'm not doing a New York Pro. So I've made.
Got to be the later shows.
Yeah, like Tampa.
Is it? Because this way, I think we're in the Olympia earlier this year.
September 20 something, or maybe September.
Yeah, I know it's earlier, so probably it's a timing thing, like to do a show and probably not peak as much. This is just me speculating, and then posting to the Olympia, bringing in that super tight shredded physique. I don't know what his logic is. I mean, I wish he would explain it in his podcast. I know he does a podcast with what's his name from New Jersey.
Damn, I can't remember right now.
Stuff with C. Shit.
Oh, not Guy. Well, he doesn't. Not with Guy.
He don't do that podcast with Guy anymore.
No, he does. No, it's okay. There was another guy he started doing with, and then he stopped doing it. I don't know. So he just goes in his own thing and talks. His own.
Okay.
Channel. Yeah. So maybe
talk to us, man. Tell us what you're gonna do, bro.
Yeah. He's super popular. So it's just like when you're one of the most popular bodybuilders in the world right now in the pro league, yeah, we want to see you out there. And it's just and I kudos to Andrew for he did the Olympia, then he did Romania, and then he's doing the Arnold Ohio, then he's doing the Arnold UK. He did FIBO last year. He did all these shows. And so people are like, oh, there's too much on my body. I'm like, well, look at Andrew. Look at Martin. He did Prague. He did all these shows. He's competing again. He's doing the UK, even after all he's been through. And then Steve was like, I don't know why Nick's not doing the Arnold UK. Like Steve was like mad. He's like, I don't know why he's not doing it. I could tell on Steve's face. He's like, I don't know why Nick's not doing fucking Arnold UK. It doesn't make no sense. So I'm like, man, don't piss off Steve because he doesn't forget these things. And he's wondering why you're not doing the UK. Right. So this is the pro league. You're supposed to represent and compete and do these things. And, do for me, I'll do for you. Right. You be my good books. I'm going to be Steve's good books. You better compete. And Nick didn't do it. So I don't know. Steve doesn't forget these things, Nick. So it is what it is. That's the play the game. You got to play the game. And Brandon Curry's going over there. Martin's, going over there to make up and improve his image and do that. So I just I'm upset about that. And then the Hadi Choopan thing, there's no explanation about that either, as to why he's not doing it. We don't know if he didn't get the visa. We don't know if he's just pissed off and felt he should have beat Nick. Do you think there's any chance that, from what you saw, do you think there's a case to be made that Hadi Choopan? Because I think what's his face said, Dennis James said he had Nick in third on prime time the other day. He said I had Nick in third.
No. When I originally watched it, I was kind of thinking that Hadi did beat Nick, but as I looked more into it, Hadi was just so soft from the back. From the front, he was Hadi Choopan, and Nick actually came back better Saturday. Yeah. So no, Hadi was just. I've never seen Hadi that soft from the back, where his glutes wasn't shredded. But from the front, he was ridiculous, and then. It looks like his legs just wasn't the Hadi Choopan shredded, full. He was off. He was definitely off. Nick definitely got the win. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say he did.
Yes. Yeah.
Nick from the front, no. Hadi, was beating him from the front, but from the back, we all know shows are pretty much won from the back. He was just too soft from the back.
Let's take one more look.
And I don't even know if he's gonna. Who knows if he's even going to do the Olympia again?
I think the team. I think I saw that on the other Instagram page that he is confirmed to do the Olympia, and
right now he's confirmed.
Right now, who knows what's going to.
You know what I mean? Because with everything that's going on, it's him not placing. This is his worst placement yet in a show of that caliber, right?
Yeah,
and then true. Dealing with everything else that's going on. I don't know. Right now, they can say whatever they want, but as time goes by, is Hadi going to be able to bring that killer Hadi Choopan conditioning to that Olympia stage? I really don't think so. I think this is just me. I think it's over. I think it's done.
He might, once he start to slip down like that, and these newer, younger guys start peaking and getting their shit together.
He's just been very consistent, man. And this is the first time he was not consistent, and understandable so, but still.
Yeah. I mean, looking back here, he's not actually that bad. It just seems like he's just a little kind of missed the mark. If he would have just tightened up the hamstrings here a little bit more and the glutes, I mean, this back is pretty fucking dense.
He's normally much more harder and a little bit more dense back there. And the legs from the back.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Hadi Choopan, man, that's been in the Olympia and just taking second and bringing that. This is not it. This is Hadi Choopan 1.0.
It wasn't his best. No, well, third place. I mean, that's got to hit him hard. That must have slapped him down a bit. That he didn't even win, and otherwise coming in third, let alone not win. So, that's Hadi. Mo, people are saying Mo some stuff going on and he couldn't do the UK. I was a little upset because he was supposed to do the UK show and then he pulled out last minute. I don't.
I would have did it, even if Because you know, from listening to him talk, it's like, you know, he doesn't give himself the credit he fully deserves. You know, he sits there and say, you know, Nick Walker, these people on the shows, listen, I bring my best. I basically saying I can't beat these guys. And to me, that's a poor negative attitude. As a bodybuilder, you should never believe that you can't beat anyone, because at any given day, that day of the show, anyone can be off, right? So now I'm thinking he's saying to himself, oh, I just got a big win. I'm in the Olympia. I'm not going to really place that well anyway in the UK show. But now that you look at the people that's not in it, oh, you probably would have.
Yeah.
Why back up? You know?
Yeah. I mean, they paid flight, paid everything. They take care of you at the Arnold. And, you know, get to the UK and get more exposure and be that guy that's in the mix now. You're talked about more. The judges are seeing you more. You got to play the game, right? It pays off when you compete more and the judges get to see you more and they start to like you more because they're like, oh, okay, he's battling. He's up there again. I'm comparing him next to Andrew now. When you normally wouldn't get compared to Andrew Mo, you would never. I mean, at the Olympia, you're not going to stand next to Andrew at the Olympia Mo. So I'm like, man, I get to stand next to Martin and Andrew on the Arnold stage. Yeah, I'm going to do this. But this is where they don't think like that. They're just not experienced to know. I don't understand it, but I would be if I was competing now and I was Mo and I was doing, I placed, I just won the Detroit Pro and I did, you know, okay at the Arnold Classic Ohio, stacked lineup. And now I got the invite to go to the UK and stand next to Andrew and Brandon Curry. And so I would totally want to stand next to them and show my physique, even though if I like, no, I can't, I don't think I can beat these guys, but man, to get a comparison and I know what I need to work on.
Yeah, man. Listen, to advice to any pro bodybuilder out there, I don't care how easy a show is or how big of a show is. If you win a show, take your butt into the next show following. Reason being, you just won a show. You're automatically the judge. The judges are going to put you and look at you. You're going to get a look. You just won a show, right? And even if you don't win, right, he still would have made some money. I still think he would have placed in the top 4. So you're still winning some type of cash. Take advantage of the money. Who gives a crap if you don't win? But if you could get put in a position where there's money, go for it.
Yeah. And exposure and marketing and this being there at the show and the interviews and man, that's what you do. That's what you want. And now you're like, I'm skipping it. Just gonna go back home now. I want to get bigger. I want to get ready for the Olympia. But you're not. You're going to get to the Olympia. You're not going to get the top 10. It's tough, man. The Olympia is not easy. So you're just going to be down one of those guys that's 11, 12. Maybe you get lucky and you peak and you look amazing. You get 9th or 10th. But you missed out on a big show, man. So I don't know. That's why I kind of like, I'm hard on these guys because it's like, shit, if I was that guy, I'd be all in the UK Arnold, man. That's a rare opportunity. You don't always get invited to these Arnolds. And when you start skipping out, sometimes you don't get invited back. Like, hey, you're not reliable. You pulled out of the show. I'm not going to do this again. Put you on the poster and you pull out. He's on the poster. He's not gonna, I don't know, man. You got to play the long game. Play the long game. But I guess I come from a marketing background. I think 12 steps ahead. And I don't think these guys think ahead. They just think about, I need to be better for the next show. I need to be bigger because I'm going to the Olympia. And then anyways, so I don't know. All right. So where should we go next? Let's go to start looking at the athletes for the Arnold UK. Let me get the list here for Phil. We can start making our predictions. Okay, we just got it updated here. It's a small list, Phil. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys for big show. That's sad, isn't it? That's sad. $250,000 first place purse, and we can only rack up 8 guys out of the entire.
You said 8, so it's just going to be 4 in the first call out. Then.
Oh man, right?
Oh man,
so
that's disappointing.
It's not, you know, it's unfortunate, guys. That's what I'm saying. Like Nick's name could have been in this list. You know, Mo would have been in here. Who else is there? Anyone else? Brandale's out of here, right? So yeah, we got Blessing in here, Brandon Curry, Martin. I don't know who this guy is. Abou. Maybe it's Abou. And Patrick Moore, Hassan, Andrew, Jack, Akim Williams. So let's see blessings updates here. Andrew, do you not have it in here? Okay, I have to do a search. Come on, man. Just have it in the comments. So I don't have to do this. There. And we did the Detroit Pro recap. And we were talking about his waist. Okay, that's what he needs to bring in the waist. That's what the issue. Recall everyone was calling him out on the waist. Will he be able to fix it once he carbs up? I don't think so. I think it's still going to look pretty much the same. I think the waist is the waist. Maybe it can be slightly better because it's going to be more conscious of it and that everyone's looking at it. But what do you think, Phil? How he's looking here going in to the UK?
He looks like a good fourth place.
Yeah. So we got Andrew, Martin, Brandon Curry, Akim is in there, Patrick Moore. So yeah, maybe he could be.
Yeah, I don't see him beating Martin. I don't see him beating Brandon Curry.
No.
We already know who's going to win the show, so I'm not even going to mention his name because that's just a complete show.
That's just there, yeah.
He'll beat out Patrick. Sadly to say, I mean, Patrick posted a picture I saw online from the back, and his glutes is peeled, but he just don't carry enough muscle. So he already beat Patrick. He'll beat Patrick again. So I'm seeing fourth. I can't really see him placing any higher because I'm just not a fan of his physique right now. When he was, 2 or 3 years ago, when he won back, 2 shows almost back to back, his structure, even though he never had legs back then either, but structurally, his waist, look how thick and how his obliques are sticking out from the back.
Yeah, it's just,
I don't know if he's doing weights or side bends or whatever he's doing. Anybody that does weights, training the midsection, I'll let you know right now, weights build muscle. So it will build your obliques and your abdominal muscle, abdominal wall from the back. So if you're training weights with abdominals, it's a big mistake.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. It's unfortunate. That's not
the boogeyman I saw coming up kicking ass. This is not it. And I think I hate to say it, but it's just the timing is just the level of competition is just way too tough for these young up and coming bodybuilders. It's just too tough right now.
Yeah. So fourth, fifth, depending on how the other people look in the show. We have Patrick Moore. Yes, why don't they?
Abou, you have a picture of that guy?
Well, yeah, I'll see if I can find that. Patrick.
Because I mean, I would love to see Hassan do well, but I mean,
Hassan. Did he post it? Did you see this pic of his? Right here. No, did you see this one? Is this what you're saying?
That's the one. He's
old. This is old. This is from
old?
This is old.
He had it on Facebook saying it's coming, and I'm not done, and I hate when people do that.
Yeah, this is him at a show in a hotel room. This is This is that's old. Because I was like, man, how did he get his glutes peeled in like less than a week?
That's what I was saying. I saw it today.
This guy we want you to look like that, Patrick, but that's old. This is what we see now. So his hair is different too. That's the old hair he had back then. So he's trolling a little bit of people there.
Yeah, he trolled me, bro.
So I was like, really? His glutes? Okay, I can just go check. Nope. That's He needs to bring that. This is what it is now, and it's just like it's just I don't know why he can't bring it like he did back there. If he did, he could probably beat Blessing. He's, better structured, tighter waist. So he'll be in the top 5, I believe. We'll see Akim. Akim
just got to come in tighter. He has to come in better than he did at the Arnold. It's just that was not the Akim I'm used to seeing. So he needs to come in harder, and he could Definitely, not as thick in the waist. He was off. I think the size game, he's already big enough. You don't need to get any.
No, just conditioning.
That's it.
When he brings the condition, then he starts to impress people. Like, damn, okay,
Yes.
bringing it. But we'll see. I think Akim did the UK last time. He did pretty well. I think he beat De La Rosa. I remember when that was. He leapfrogged ahead of De La Rosa and got like third or fourth, or fourth or something like that. So at the Arnold UK. So he can come back, and we'll see what the back looks like. If the glutes are more, shredded and in. Oh, this is an update here. Yeah, he just needs to, like Phil said, come in tighter. And
Chris Aceto. I mean, Chris Aceto knows how to bring in conditioning, and that's his coach. Last I know, so
yeah, still with Aceto. Okay, let's see that guy you were talking about, Abou, whatever his name. Is it in here? ABOU. Okay. Does anyone in the chat know this guy's Instagram? Man. Oh, is this right here? Okay. Oh, yes, this guy. Reminds me, he's like a 212 guy, but he was at the Detroit show. Little short guy.
Okay.
Shredded, but
where did he place at Detroit?
I think he was out of the top. I think he was like second call out.
I'm just trying to wonder how the matchup will be with him and Hassan. But if he brings that condition, I mean, he may beat out Hassan.
He's just stocky, and that's why I thought, oh, this is a 212 guy. What is he doing here? But he's in the open. I don't know why he's not. I wonder how tall he is. He's just absolutely shredded. It's dense, crazy muscularity, very compact.
Yeah,
it's like Burton Fox condition, like that density. So yeah, I don't know where. I wish I knew. Does anyone know how tall this Abou? There it is. This is normal shots here.
It looks like he's shorter than Nick Walker.
Yeah, definitely. He looks at least 5'4", 5'5". Well, he knows how to get in shape. He knows how to bring the conditioning, but the back is lacking there a little bit. But seems like he should be in the 212, especially if he is that short. Then maybe the weight is too far above the 212, and he just can't do it. If he's shredded and he's like 220 here, then yeah, I can see he can't do 212 because he's already peeled. All right, so we'll see. That's Abou. Let's see here. We got Martin. Yeah, I can't really see any updates on Martin. I don't think he's posted anything. Can you still see Martin's page on your Instagram?
I know I saw a picture a little bit ago, and it looks apparently in much better condition. I believe Martin's going to come in better. He's going to come in better.
Definitely.
And I'm going to give, I think he's going to fall into the number 2 spot.
Yes, I would. Yeah. I think Nick Strength and Power was saying that potentially Martin could win, but I'm like, I can't.
No, he's not going to. No,
can't see that.
And honestly, my personal opinion, Brandon, structurally, condition-wise, but it's just not going to happen. Because I would, if I was picking straight up, and I was, I would say, Brandon second, Martin third. But from the last showing, we saw Martin was off, and he still beat Brandon, right?
Yes, that's true.
Paper-wise, and by IFBB Pro League's decision, but we all know that didn't happen. But I just don't see anything different in this show, especially when Martin's going to come in better. So I just don't see anything different. I think Martin's a solid 2 spot. I mean, look at that. Look at that.
I know.
That side chest, the legs. So yeah, Martin's going to be a solid second to beat Andrew. No, there's no question. That's not happening.
The only thing is if, because we all thought Martin was coming in to this Ohio show and he was going to be, I moved him from 4th up to 3rd. I was like, okay, he looks like he's bringing it, the pictures. And then this, when he got to the stage, he was sweating. So maybe if he doesn't peak for this show and doesn't come in better, then was that, because we're expecting him to come in better because, you have more time to tighten up and get rid of the water. You think he would come in, but maybe the stress, maybe the nerves or something, and he doesn't. And Brandon, the veteran, knows how to be consistent. And look how shredded he's been coming in with this new coach. He could potentially get second. So I don't know. We're gonna have to make a prediction.
I would love for that to happen. But if Steve is judging this show, which I don't know, or Tyler, they're not going to go back on an off Martin that beat. I'm thinking from my experience in the IFBB Pro League, I just don't see it. Even though I firmly believe, yes, it should be that way. They don't stick to the criteria. Did you see, real quick, not to get off the subject, Victor Martinez on Generation Iron? I was just scrolling, and they were asking him about, does he think that in the future, like AI will be judging the Pro League? And he was like, he basically said in a nutshell, no, because AI is going to tell the truth, and it's going to be judged correctly. That was his words. He said it's going to be judged correctly. He said, I mean, shit, they're still using pencils, and they just go in there and just erase people and put them in third. He literally said that. But I would love to see him take heat for that, because if we say it, everybody and their mother is going to come out in the woodwork and say something. But Victor always spoke his truth, and you got to watch it. And he basically said that. He said, if AI was involved, the shows will be judged correctly. But he just doesn't see that happening, because they're still, he believes that, they still need humans. Yes. Yeah. And with the pen and pencil thing, that got me when he said they're just going in and, scribble out and then put somebody else in third that they originally thought. Yeah, it's funny. It was funny.
Yeah. Was that recent? I'll have to go find that later at some point.
It had to have been. I don't know how recent, because, these clips pop up for Generation
Yeah. That's true. It could be.
But it's crazy. Like I said, if we mention AI, you get backlash, and Dave Palumbo and everybody and their mother want to say something. But
they won't call out. They won't call out Victor. That's right. I think maybe because I was pushing it so hard, and I was just I was doing it. But good on Victor for speaking some facts there. But you're right. I don't think they'll ever. Well, who knows? 25 years from now, who knows what they're going to do? If they'll even be, well, Steve won't be around judging anymore, but maybe they'll eventually switch, or something will happen, and then who knows if they're still going to be around? We don't know.
Yeah, well, listen, I think honestly, Matt, AI is going to take over anyway, because I train a lot of people that owns big corporations and businesses, and they're already telling me that they're actually cutting back on employees, and they're using more of AI, because it can do so many different things faster, and they don't have to pay the money out for humans to do it. So eventually, sorry, Jim Menyon, if you're still going to be around 20 years from now, it's all going to have to eventually become computerized. There is no way. So they got to cash in on all the money they could cash in on right now, because it may be sooner, next 5 to 6, 7 years. I don't think you're going to be, because you got to look at it, all the other big sports are going to be converting to that somewhat. Probably even the Olympics. Once they start doing it, you just can't just not do it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. In the next 10 years, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to start to look intentional if they don't move over to some type of hybrid system where they're getting, an advantage to kind of double check their score or double check what they're doing. The military, the U.S. military is starting to use AI. I mean, when you start using AI to, with your soldiers and Marines, you're taking lives into hand, and letting they trust AI that much. I mean, it's going to be the future, and hopefully bodybuilding will catch up and start taking, note of it and utilize it to improve things. It's not to make them, to call out the judges and they don't know what they're doing, but it's just like, corporations are using it to be more efficient and be better. And so should the Pro League, but will they do it? Not soon. That's for sure. Not as long as Steve is still there, that ain't going to happen. Andrew Jack. Let me bring. Oh, sorry, I thought I was sharing this. Andrew Jack. What's your thoughts when you see him here? Is this his all-time best look that he would be bringing to the UK?
This condition looks better than the Ohio, from what I'm seeing. The only thing I would say, Beak, you're very careful to his camp, because just looking at the legs right now, because he looks so depleted.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, once he carves out and he fill out, they just look a little narrow compared to when he was getting ready for the Ohio, the pictures we saw leg-wise. Now, it could be the background, it could be the room.
Yeah, different.
You know, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But if that is not the case, I would say just be very careful. Coming in super, super shredded. We all know someone made that mistake. And you just don't want to, you know, not be able to fill out correctly. But yes, he looks completely dry, hard. He's completely flat, which is understandable. Once he fills out, this is going to be, I think, a much more dangerous Andrew than it was in Ohio.
Yeah. What do you think is going to come in? More fuller or leaner?
I say my opinion, the condition is already there. I would do my best to not come in any less full than what he did at Ohio. Ohio physique technically can still win this show in his sleep. So I wouldn't try to push anything, because the level of the show, no disrespect, is not stacked like we were expecting it to be stacked. So I would say push the fullness, but control the water, still come in dry and still come in hard, but he don't need to come in like crazy. He don't need to be an extra 6% shredded or extra 4% shredded. I say the same physique that won the Ohio, a smidgen better, still keep that fullness. He got to keep that chest. That chest, man, he was so full. Those shoulders, he has to bring in the same game plan, fullness wise. Don't shy from him. Because it's best believe Martin's going to come in full and in condition.
Yeah. It's quite impressive how Acetos and Kamal, they figure this for, like, isn't it amazing how once you just finally you figure it out, how, and you know someone has good genetics like Andrew, and you're like, man, he keep missing the mark. It was just that right team that they needed. And now it's just, this is what he's living up to his potential now. This is what we all expected, right? And now the glutes come in now, the hams are, you know, getting better, right? So this is he won the Arnold finally, right? So it's just great to see a guy come into his own. He's a rookie, in my opinion. He's only been doing this since 2022.
Right.
That's nothing, right? And it took him 4 years to figure it out. That's not very long. Ronnie Coleman was not winning shows when he was doing it. He was getting 10th, 15th place, right?
Yeah.
It took him 9 years before he stepped in and won the Mr. Olympia. 9 years. Andrew's on year 4. His trajectory is actually faster than Ronnie Coleman's trajectory at the Olympia. People don't think about that because they don't know the history. They don't think, wow, it's taking forever. Andrew keeps, it's 4 years. It's nothing. It's 4 summers. He's been doing this. So give him some time. He's getting there. And I think he's going to be the front runner going into the Olympia. I just can't see a Hadi or a, Derek. Yeah, Derek, I mean, I don't know. If Derek can improve his front chest and the conditioning from the front and the abs and everything, he doesn't have a chest like Andrew, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think Derek is absolutely nervous. I mean, I would be if I was Derek. Yeah. I mean, he's going to have to come in much better than last year Olympia, my opinion, because I truly believe Andrew, because they figured it out, can only come in better. So I hope after this show, Andrew takes a break, give his body some rest, so he's able to transition that into the Olympia. I know Samson. I firmly believe Samson's going to come in on point. I just do. I think when they saw Andrew in Ohio, I think it lit a fire underneath Samson, my opinion. And I think that Derek, it made him nervous. This is just from what I'm seeing when I saw the interview with Derek, just by how he was answering the questions when he was talking to Dave Palumbo. You could see there's nerve. They're nervous because they did not see this coming. Right.
No.
But I think Samson, on the other hand, he has the tools if he brings in the condition and size and height for him and Andrew to battle it out for the Olympia. So yeah, I think Derek is nervous. Derek is going to have to come in much, 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 much better to be able to even challenge these two. So yeah, that's just what I see. Hadi Choopan, after seeing what I saw, with my experience of being around so long and watching his consistency throughout the past 10 years, if not more, I don't know if he's going to be able to rekindle that, especially if he's not really with Haney anymore.
Yes.
That's going to be tough.
And that could have been a factor too, with him peaking not properly. Who knows, right? So yeah, I agree with you. My dream battle is Andrew Jack and Samson, final call, just the two of them. I hope Steve's listening, and they call those two out. If Samson brings it, he has to peak properly and everything.
Yes, he has to bring it.
But let's say they're both 100%. That's going to be that's what we need. Yes, that's what we need in the sport. Something like that to happen would be awesome. Hassan, let's not leave him out. This is an update. Is he drier? That Phil knows him very well.
No. When I look at Hassan, this is how I can tell. Hassan always got crazy legs. That's no question. Yeah. Look at the waist. This show is what, next weekend?
This weekend. This weekend.
This weekend.
Yeah.
Is this weekend?
Yeah.
No.
This weekend.
This is not good.
Okay.
This is not good.
He shakes, man. Arnold was telling, like, you guys can't be shaking on stage. You're pros. He's like,
look at what I can't get over is, one, the conditioning isn't there, but look at the stomach. There's body fat there in the oblique area, the lower midsection, that you cannot get away in the next 4 to 5. It's not logically possible. And I love him to death, but I'm very disappointed because the level of muscle that Hassan has, and I've seen and competed against some of the best Hassan physiques that he brought on stage.
Yeah.
And I just don't see it this year. It's just declining. Size is still there. Body fat is just, it's too much. He's still carrying some body fat. And that waistline, no. Even from that side shot, he can't even really pull that lower midsection in.
Yeah. I see a little injection spot there. So he's doing the lats a little bit, but that's common, I guess, in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I can see the lower pecs. There's skin. So yeah, yeah. Hey, it's more time. If he keeps competing and getting leaner and leaner, I think that's what he needs to do. He needs to continue to compete and figure it out. I don't know if he's working with anyone. I think he does. Hopefully, like, he needs guidance. I don't know if he's ever worked with a Cedo.
I don't think so. No.
But
no, wait.
I think he might have worked.
He did. Everybody has eventually worked with Casino. Once. I think he did. I think he did work with. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did work with Chris Aceto. It's diet, bro. Let's be honest. Hassan don't want to push cardio. He's going to have to.
Yeah.
He's got to come down in weight a little bit. He don't want to push the diet. We all know he has the muscle, so he don't need to be trying to train crazy heavy. He really just need to focus on tightening that diet, eat that fish, drop those carbs, put your cardio in, and it'll come together. He knows this. He's been in top shape before. So go back to the drawing board, review. When you're in your best shape, just use less chemicals because you don't need it, because his health is key. Got a beautiful daughter, she's getting much older, so you don't need to push any craziness. That could be why he's not pushing he's not suffering. That's pointing out. From what I'm seeing here is not as somebody that's suffering to bring in the level of conditioning and that thin skin. The skin is way too thick.
Yeah. The thing is too, like, he doesn't need to worry about like getting stringy. He can't. Look at his quads. He's not going to get stringy quads, or arms are going to get stringy because he's doing too much cardio. So he just needs to come in. If he gets this muscle shredded, he can do very well, like he has in the past. But fortunately,
time is running out, Matt, because we all know you continue to have bad showings. then the judges don't even look at you.
Just like
in the later show, they just won't even look at you.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Hassan. Okay, so let's go into our predictions. We got whatever 45 minutes in. Okay. Let's take a look at the predictions here. I'm going to share the screen. Oh, I'm not sharing the screen. Here we go. There. Let me do that and zoom in 200% there. Okay. So we'll do a quick here, Phil. We'll go first, second. We'll go. There's only 8 here, so it's easy.
Yeah, first, it's simple, man. I like I said, Andrew, Martin. Even though I would really like to put Brandon there, but Martin, Brandon, shoot. If Akim could bring it, I would have Akim in that 4th spot, and then Boogeyman in 5th. If Akim brings it, but I think Akim can still beat out Boogeyman. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm put Boogeyman at 5th, Akim at 4th, Brandon 3rd, Martin 2nd, Andrew Jack at 1st.
Okay, and then Patrick.
Course, Patrick probably going to fall into. Who else is left? It's Patrick,
Hassan, and Abou.
No, Patrick will fall into the 6th spot.
Yeah.
Right.
Hassan will probably outmuscle. But
I don't know. It's the conditioning. Abou got the size, may not be as much muscle.
Yeah.
But they're probably if this here, like I said, this Hassan is not better than the last time we saw him. This is worse, my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't even know if this will be good enough to beat Abou with just size. Yeah. But then again, I thought the guy beat Boogeyman and the pro debut guy that won the North Americans.
Yeah, Anthony Williams.
I think Boogeyman beat him because of the size. So this is where I'm getting confused. It's like your conditioning could be good, but you're going to get out-muscled anyway. And the way they used to do it, it was reversed. You could be the biggest guy, but the smaller guy that was more conditioned and more streamlined end up winning. And that's why I tell you the criteria that they're not sticking to the criteria. So Hassan may beat him, but I will put Abou. I'm going to put Abou ahead of Hassan. That's where I'm going to put him.
Okay, so Hassan 8. Okay. All right. So this is, I'm going to go, first. You know what? My gut is telling me something's going to happen. I'm going to do this. Capital. What the hell? Second, Brandon Curry.
I had a feeling it could flip either way. I had a feeling you're going to do it, and I would have too.
I know the judges like Martin for some, I didn't get it. He has a good physique. I was having fun with it. I could be screwing up my predictions, and I could have got it right if I would have just had Martin in 2nd and then Brandon gets 3rd. But it's going to do it. It's going to take a risk. Do it.
No, I agree with you. I agree with that move.
I just want to do it because I'm a fan of Brandon, and I think he should beat him last time, and it was so bad, it was so obvious. And maybe Martin will have the jitters, and he'll come in water again or something, and Brandon they'll say, "Okay, we can't do this to Brandon again." Okay, Brandon came in, he's looking good. Martin's sweating. We're just going to do this. We got so much backlash.
Or with everything going on, Martin came back a little bit better, and we don't want to mess up his psyche. So this is where we're going to put him because of everything that's going on. It's so many different ways it could shuffle. Yes. Your way could be a way possible, but then it could be, if Martin comes in better, to just keep him mentally focused to push forward. Yeah. We can't afford to get where I'm going with it. So it could be either way. It could be either way. I don't know who's the head judge. I don't know.
Steve's going to be Steve and Tyler. I think they're both.
Yeah, Steve, they're the same 2 judges. Yeah, I just think Martin's going to.
Steve did not think that Brandon should have been ahead. He's like, no, we didn't. That's why we didn't call him out, because he just was not there. And we're like, Steve, what? Come on. Like, are we looking at the same thing here? But
No, I think. See, listen, when Steve, in my opinion, I thought, not to get off the subject, I thought Nick was better last year at the. He did 2 shows. He did the Pittsburgh and he did New York, right? So Pittsburgh, I think Nick looked phenomenal.
yes,
He's saying Nick looked better this year, and I'm saying to myself, Steve, I think your eyes are playing tricks on you, bro. Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think his eyes just been in the game so long. It's hard for him to nail what he judged prior and say is better. I think Nick was better last year at the Pittsburgh.
Oh, Patty. Tyler didn't think Brandon should have been ahead of Brandon. Brandon should have been ahead of Martin as well. So I guess both Steve and Tyler. Is it just maybe?
Have we ever seen them change their decision in another show? No.
Well,
so
sometimes they fucking contradict themselves and do the exact opposite. But I think it's just they're phasing him out. It sucks because Brandon Curry is doing what he's 44 years old, right? And he still looks like this at an older age.
Yeah,
and
I don't believe it. Yeah, he looks remarkable. Put his age out of the category. If we took out age and judge the physique and go by the criteria, this guy will be always placing in the top 3 no matter what. Yeah. But it's not the case. Stop looking at the age. And this is why AI comes into play, because it don't look at the age. It's going to judge strictly by the criteria and the criteria only. No emotions, no physical connections, no Instagram mental aspect, just by the criteria. That's what computers do. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Agreed. And so I'm just winging it. Most likely I'll get it wrong, but we'll just do that. And then so for 4th. Akim. Just thinking about the back shots. What shots is he going to beat? Blessing inside chest. Front double goes to probably give it the blessing. Side tricep. Close. Back double. Blessing. Rear lat. Blessing. Front last spread blessing. So I'm going to give blessing 4th. That's how I do my predictions. I just go who's winning the poses. And then Akim 5th. Patrick 6th. Oops. 6th. They just because of the muscle. So I'm going to go Hassan 7th. Abou's still in his rookie phase. They seem to do this to rookies sometimes, just like they did to Anthony Williams. Gave it to Hassan over Anthony, even though Anthony was shredded.
Was Akim in the last show that Boogeyman was in?
No, that was Detroit.
Now remember, you're looking at Boogeyman's upper body.
Yeah.
Now, when we did all these shows with Nick and Derek, we're always being told from the shots, Derek did look big in the upper body, but looked small in the back double bicep and the last spread. When we're looking at the total physique, Boogeyman legs, we can't just chop off the legs and just focus on the upper body.
Yeah.
No, I just don't see it. I don't see it because he's hurting from, even if he did a back double bicep, yes, his back looks good going against Akim because Akim just doesn't have that lower dense muscle and his lats are high. But we're looking at the whole physique. And if that shows up to that show, that can't beat Akim if Akim comes in better. Only if he comes in better.
Damn it. I don't know now.
The legs is what's distracting to me. Boogeyman has a good upper body, yes. Midsection was a big issue that was distracting. But what's more distracting is his legs standing next to Akim freaky quads in the back double bicep. I don't know. If Akim comes in condition, if he does not, then chop off the lower body. It's just not going to matter. But I'm not a fan of this Boogeyman. I used to be a big fan. I'm just not a fan. His legs look narrow. His waist makes his legs look even smaller because his waist is so thick. He was known for, when he won the New York Pro and he had that beef against Nick, he had that crazy V taper waistline.
Yeah.
Stomach was non-existent, was flat as a board. So his legs were smaller, but because his waist was so small, it gave the illusion of a little bit bigger leg. This waistline being thick is distracting and making his legs look much narrow. And then we get to the calves, forget it. There's nothing there.
Yeah. Yeah. Akim is much more dense and
Muscular
thicker.
and dense, yes.
So, damn it. This is a different show. It's not
It's
Detroit.
tough. Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely going to be tough. But Akim wasn't in that show he was in for us to say,
That's true.
what if Akim was in that show? What if he still, you know what I mean? But stick to your placing because I want to win this one.
Yeah.
You're always beating me.
Okay, I'm good. No, we got to be tied. We tied last time. So, okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm just going to stick to it. No. And then we'll quickly do this Wesley, Mike, Sam. Sam's in it again. So we're going to, I think.
we're going to see if he makes weight.
That's another thing too. Another topic I want to quickly do here and get your assessment on this type of talk that there it is. Let me share my screen. This here. I got to get your thoughts on coach talking like this here. There. Oops. Share this screen. Volume.
His body weight was 6 pounds over the weight. No, about 5 pounds over the weight limit. So he's about 3. Yeah. So he's about 3 pounds lighter now. I would say than that point, 3 or 4 pounds lighter now than he was at that point going into Columbus, Ohio.
That's great.
But he was lower than that.
So he doesn't seem to know where his weight's at. He's like 3-4 pounds. I think he's 5 pounds. Oh,
yesterday his body weight was 6 pounds over the weight. No, about 5 pounds over the weight limit.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Like just you're his coach.
6.
You know, I know
he's 6 overweight. You know what they're going to do? They're going to push diuretics. This is going to beat him. They're going to have to push diuretics. And let's say they're about 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds over.
Yeah.
Right. They now have to come in with some type of diuretic, cut his water for him to make weight. So they got to completely dehydrate him. That's going to tax his physique when they're carb loading him. Visser's going to win this show.
Yeah, I mean it's the UK, big fan base. Has he been posting? He hasn't been posting. It's been quiet, under the radar. Wow, and no updates. So okay.
I would have been more comfortable to hear, hey, you know what? We're floating right there, about 1 pound to possibly 2 pounds over. When I'm going to go with your first answer, we're about 6 pounds. No, I think we're about 5 pounds. No, he's 6 pounds over the weight right now. Yeah. That's just, you can't fix it. And to be that heavy.
6 pounds, 6 pounds.
Yeah, he's going to have to do some type diuretic, and it's going to really tax his physique. This guy is dry, hard. Look at his face. He just came off the Ohio win. He just came off the Detroit win and winning the popular vote for the best in Detroit, right? He's on fire right now.
Yeah.
If has to use any lick of diuretics to try to pull himself in for weight, it's going to tax his physique, and we're going to see it. He's not going to be able to come in full as Visser and be able to come in on point. This is a champion. He's already ready. He's not trying to worry about making weight. He's not 5-6 pounds over right now. That's a champion. He's already ready for that show. He just has to peak. That's going to be a problem. And let me tell you something. If it is, Coach better hope he doesn't get fired as well after this show.
I think that's going to happen after the show, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. That would probably be more of a distraction if he fired him before the UK.
No, he won't fire him before. That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't do his job, and that's just what I'm seeing. He just got fired from Deo. And if this happens now with his other elite competitor, after the show, I don't know if it's going to fare well for Neil.
Yeah. You know what? I think Vissers is going to win it as well. Who is in the? Is there a class physique? So we have. You can see it. Okay. that Andrea guy is going to be in again. Okay, Mike, Sam, Wesley. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys. So yeah, I guess Sam is going to be in the top 8. So he might move up to 6, 7 or something, depending on who's in there. So maybe Sam could be top 5.
Philip is doing it?
Yeah, he's doing it. Sam's doing it.
So he's going to probably place a little bit better than his last show, hopefully.
Yeah. So, okay, well, I'm going to put, let's go back here. I'll start off. I'll go with this first, second, and then we're going to go we'll go 5th. Sam, I'm assuming you already said this. Second, and then what do you think Sam's going to?
It's 8 guys.
Yeah.
Sam's probably going to drop in. I don't see him in the top 5. I just don't.
Yes, I know. He didn't look. Yeah, I'm just being nice.
Yeah, just because I just don't. He doesn't have a classic physique. He'll bring in decent conditioning. I think the placing is going to be somewhat the same, if not dead last. That's just what I believe.
Okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're going to get me on both the men's open and the. So, all right. Before we wrap it up, there's a very important message too. With we're going to get into that. What I want to talk about quickly before Mr. Samson Dauda gave us a nice update. I want your thoughts on how he's looking. He was on the comedian show as well.
Yes, I did see him. I did see him already, and I sent him a message.
Yeah.
I think he looks great. I think he's in a good place. I think he looks great.
Oh, shut that off. He looks tremendous. He looks huge. The quads look like they're back. Big and round.
He's wide. Now, granted, I got to stick to my guns. Like I always say, I'm always going to be concerned about his health.
Yeah.
With the added size. But he said he was not putting on any more size. What I see right now, I would never be okay, but I do see big improvements. And if he can bring this in and everything sticks, which I believe it will happen, because like I said, homeboy just woke Samson ass up.
Yeah.
So I know he cannot, under no circumstance. Look at that. Look at the side. Look at the leg.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. He looks good. Yes. He looks good. From where he's at, he looks damn good.
Yeah. That's the thing with the side chest. I would say Andrew would beat him on the upper body, and then Samson would win the lower body.
Yes,
so it's
the legs.
Very close.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're going to have to. They're going to have to bring up his legs. To be able to compete against Samson. It's going to have to. I don't think it's going to be able to match Samson. I don't think it's just enough time for that to happen. Okay. But yeah, he's going to need that to compare against Samson. And honestly, look at the dense muscle in that back double bicep.
I still think, and I know what Dennis James said. Yeah. No, I'm saying I know Dennis James said Andrew Jack has the best back double bicep, right? Even better than Derek. I would agree. I'm just a fan of Andrew, and I just think his back is been really improved, and I think it's better than Samson. So I'm thinking if Andrew's beating him in the back double in the rear lat spread, but I don't know, Samson might win the lat spread because the hamstring's bigger.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be so hard to figure this out.
It's gonna be hard. Yeah. It's gonna be hard, especially that side chest, Andrew's side chest. But like I said, you can have the best upper body in the world. We're talking about the Mr. Olympia. Yeah. And everything has to match. Yeah. And if you give the judges any leadway of a reason, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
So we got to remember, this is Mr. Olympia, the best of the best in the world. That means everything, your whole package from top to bottom has to be flawless. And it can't be a smidgen off from the upper body, where we're going to see a freak show going on in this show. So if Andrew's able to bring up the legs, because Tyler kept saying it, that's what we kept hearing, he's going to have to bring up the legs a little bit more to make this Olympia super interesting against Samson Dauda. If it is not brought up, especially from the back and the side, the front, yes, his legs look good. He could battle Samson from the front shot of the quads. but it's a side, the hamstring drop, that glute tie-in, and then from the back, Samson leg looks just so beefy, and then them calves. So it's going to be interesting. He has to bring his legs up. So Kamal, you got to murder those legs, bro, and bring those up.
I just think, like, here I'm noticing, like, the delt side to side is not as wide. Like, maybe it's because he's crunching up. But
yeah. I mean, no, we're looking at a freaking peeled out.
He's massive, but
we're not. We're not looking at that on Samson right now. But width wise, nobody's going to beat Andrew Jack with those shoulders. And
no, that's what I'm like.
Nobody.
So is the new improved Andrew Jack that already beat him at the Olympia? Yes, Samson was off, but you know, in his cannonball delts, and he's just shredded chest compared to Samson's chest, and the abs are better, and you know, he's improved his posing, and he's gotten bigger legs now.
It's going to be close. It's very hard to tell right now what's going to happen until we see them in shape. But it's going to be very interesting. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I would just think that
for them both, because I like them both. So.
This is good. This is what we want. This is how it should be. I don't want is this close? We just don't even know. But all we can do is break it down pose by pose. And then if take the ab and thigh, probably Andrew wins the ab and thigh. Front lat spread, probably Andrew. Front double, they really like his front double now. Maybe that goes to Andrew. There's 3 poses right there. Then you get the back double. I think maybe Andrew might win the back double. That's 4, right? And then most muscular, Andrew's pretty. Tyler had fucking Andrew winning the most muscular over Nick. So Andrew's looking very good right now. And I think, like you said, Samson knows that, and it woke him up, which is good. We need him to wake up and bring his best. I want to see his best battle, Andrew.
Yeah.
And have them 1 and 2 either way.
Absolutely.
It's going to be amazing. So where am I going next here? Let's we got to talk about Lee Haney, and where it came out of the blue. It came out of the blue. Let me just bring this up for you guys. I think it was on his page. No, I don't know why they don't post it on it. I think it's his son's page. Let me see if I can find it. I should have had it queued.
Yeah, I heard about it, man, and it's sad to hear. So, does he have only 1 now? Because it normally if you have 2, you could have 1, right? So I don't know the position if he only has 1 now, or he has to only have 1. Because
he has 1.
Right. So. Man, that's shit.
Let me see if it's still in my stories. Take it from there. Yes, it is. There it is. All right. Let's zoom in here. Oh, I'm not sharing. Sometimes I'm not sharing. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to share this. Hopefully, as many people can see this, that, he's looking for a kidney, a living kidney donor. It says 26 years ago, I was told I would eventually need a kidney transplant. Through faith, proper nutrition, and exercise, I was blessed to delay it for many years. That's 26 years ago. Wow. Now my kidney is failing, and I'm prayerfully hoping to find a living donor. For 43 years and our 7 grandchildren would be forever grateful. If you feel led to help, please scan the QR code. And for more information, all donor testing and transplant costs are covered. Thanks for your prayers and love and support. So, man, I just pray to God that he finds a match, and
he will.
Yes, God is good, and he's going to,
especially for the fact that everything's being paid for, and just this is really taking the kindness of a human being, thinking about another human being, knowing his grandchildren. I truly believe in my hearts of hearts and soul of soul, someone is going to help him. And
yes, I think there's going to be some super fan out there. Be like, oh man, I'm going to go do this and apply for it, and give my kidney, because what a story! Be able to do that, save your hero, Lee Haney. So the odds are very good because he's well known, and a lot of it is just people wanting to help. Right. And especially if it's someone well known, they're like, okay, I'm gonna help this. I'm gonna help him. So yeah, he'll be okay. I don't know how old he is now. I don't know if he's like 70, 68, 69. Because Arnold's like 7. He's like the same age.
He's got to be in his late. I think he was. Well, no, Arnold was younger than him when he started, wasn't he? Arnold looked pretty young.
Yeah, maybe.
He's got to be probably in his late. I would say late 60s, early 70s, possibly. Yeah, Arnold was young when he came here. Right. So
yeah, okay, so he's got to be up there. Oh, he's 66, 1959.
Oh, look at that. See?
Okay. That's not bad. 66.
No, he looks good.
Okay. All right. So yeah, everyone's prayers are in the books for Leany Man. We got to find him help. We got to get him a kidney donor, and you can scan the QR code on the screen right there, and reach out and apply if you can. And God is good. He'll be okay. So
yes, he'll be okay.
All right, Phil. We'll wrap it up there. Thanks, brother. We'll be back, and we're gonna watch the live stream. This
thank goodness you told me.
Yeah, it's gonna be different time though. It's UK time, so you got to be careful. I got to figure out the time.
Oh snap! That's right. That is right. So it's probably going to be in the morning.
They're about
our end.
10 hours, 9 hours ahead of us. So prejudging, if prejudging is like 10 a.m.
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Yeah.
Friday, like Thursday night.
Well, Patty be all over it. She's always on all these shows. She'll be all over it. She'll remind me.
Yeah. All right, brother. Well, thanks again.
All right, brother, man. I appreciate you, man. We'll talk next week. Everybody, take it easy. Peace.
See you. Peace, guys.